Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Overnight prices are a little bit better. Beans up 6 to 7 cents. Corn and wheat up about a penny. We sometimes have a little bit of a bounce on Thursdays going into the weekly U.S. export sales report. The numbers, I think the market's looking for maybe 1 million tons of corn versus maybe a little bit more than that last week. In beans, maybe 800,000 tons, similar to last week. And also in the wheat, somewhere between 300,000 and 400,000 tons, which was similar to last week. We have seen some analysts come out and say at this 1275 area on Jan beans, we might run into resistance between here and $13. In the corn, we might run into resistance at levels maybe 10, 15 cents above where we're at, and maybe the same thing in nearby wheat. They also point out that historically, a strong domestic basis levels tend to peak late in November and early December. So, they're suggesting to producers to take a pretty good look at these price levels, especially in the beans, and maybe do a little cash sales before the end of the year if you can. Other than that, the outside markets, a little mixed. Chinese data came out a little bit slower than what people had thought. And that kind of raised a little bit of concern about their demand. We did see one predominant bank suggest that in 2014, prices like gold, soybeans, and copper may drop as much as 15%. And so we're starting to be a little bit concerned about a slower Chinese economy offering some resistance not only to commodity prices in the last few months, but also down the road. As far as weather goes, U.S. is going to be cold. And precip should be normal to below over the next couple of weeks. Down in Argentina, looks like ideal conditions with a chance of rain in the next 2 weeks. In Brazil, whether you look at northern Brazil, central Brazil, or southern Brazil, it looks like normal rain over the next 2 weeks. On Friday, we will be getting a cold storage report, and the numbers suggest in cattle that we could see stocks 4.4% higher than a year ago, and in pork stocks could be 6.3% below a year ago. And so, that might have some impact on prices. Other than that, cattle on feed on Friday should show 94% on feed, but 110 placements. So, as always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.